Hi, I'm Roger Flores. I'm a Curated expert and I've helped hundreds of golfers find the right gear. Today we're going to be talking about 3 versions of the Rogue ST irons. The ST MAX, the ST MAX OS, and the ST MAX OS Lite. Just so that you know, these reviews are completely unbiased and unsponsored from any of the manufacturers. I'll start off with the Max. Very impressed with the performance, as I knew I would be, as Callaway is a fantastic product, but this is the version that they make specifically for folks that are looking for a little more workability. Now, starting off with its presentation, I noticed that there's a very thick top line. So, you know, one of the things that a lot of folks are turned off by, especially when they talk about game improvement irons, is the top line. Now, if you do and have a concern about that, then, you know, you might think about a different club, but when you hit this club, you will be amazed at the performance. It was certainly one of the best performances in the group of irons that we hit, and so I was very impressed. Next, we have the Rogue ST MAX OS, steel shaft, regular flex, which is, for me, with my swing speed, the shaft that I would prefer. Now, the oversized, and that's what OS means, is another club that has a very thick top line, and the head is going to be just a little bit bigger. That's hence the phrase oversized. But the oversized gives a tremendous amount of forgiveness, and it has a little bit of offset that might, for better golfers, not really be something that they're very used to, but it's certainly going to help the game improvement aspect of the playability of this particular iron. Now, my favorite, boom, the Max OS Lite. Now, for me, again, being a slower swing speed and you typically playing graphite shafts, this Cypher 5.0 shaft worked really well for me. This is one of the, out of all 3 that I tested, clubs that was extremely easy to hit. It was very easy on the joints, very easy going back. You could feel that it was very light to swing, and the impact was amazing. The feel was amazing. Again, still with a thick top line, but I couldn't argue with the performance of this club. And so it really looked good down addressing the ball, even though that top line was like that. Still has a little bit of offset, but again, that graphite shaft really made a huge difference with this light model of this particular iron. So highly impressed. These are the Rogue ST MAX OS. This is the light version, graphite shaft, 5.0 flex. I also hit the Max OS and the regular Rogue ST MAX. Now, I really like the graphite shaft. It was a little lighter. It was easy for me to get up in the air. And not one of these clubs, the Max OS, the Max Lite, or the regular Max, took off to the right. So this is really a slice fighter, and I would encourage folks who struggle with a slice to really consider these clubs. Going back to the standard Rogue ST MAX, those that would benefit would be those looking for a really good game improvement club that plays more like your probably middle handicap player. It still is going to have that top line, steel shafted, so it's going to really be appealing for those that are trying to blend playability, workability, and also extreme forgiveness. Now, moving on to the oversized irons, I think that's going to give people a lot of confidence. Because the head happens to be a little bit oversized, you know you're going to hit the ball in a very sweet spot. And of course, the last one that I like a lot, the people that are going to benefit from it are the ones that perhaps have a slower swing speed and take it back really slowly and need something that's kind of light that allows them to increase their speed coming through the ball and have fantastic impact. This will give you a little bit extra distance and feel absolutely fantastic. So if you struggle with impact directly in the center of the club, these clubs are designed really for folks looking for ease of play. So if you happen not to make the perfect swing, these clubs certainly will help you out because they've got a lot of forgiveness all over the face. And again, they're a little bit bigger than normal. They've got a big top line, and outside of hitting center, these will continue to give you distance, continue to give you accuracy, and certainly a lot of forgiveness hitting the ball down the fairway. So I'm usually used to playing with forged irons, and I do play with graphite shafts, which is probably why I enjoy the light version of all these clubs myself. The graphite shaft, which is the light version of these, is probably something I would put in my bag. Now, I would say the only players that wouldn't benefit from clubs like this, which are practically none, are players who are more purists. They like the solid feel of a very forged blade iron that has a lot of workability, a lot of feedback. These clubs are not necessarily going to be for them. They're designed for game improvement and for forgiveness. And so, again, if you're looking for something where you hit the ball perfectly in the center every time, then you might be able to be looking at a blade style club. Again, these are designed with wider soles. ability to get the ball up in the air, and a lot more forgiveness. And of course, the options and shafts are lighter, which are, again, probably a little better for folks who have slower swing speeds and trouble getting the ball up in the air, because with the lightness of the shaft, it's going to be a little more flexible and able to really pick that ball up off the ground and compress it very easily. So if you're just starting out with golf and you want a really quality set, this is probably a great selection for you. Again, all three versions of this particular iron are going to be super game improvement and really easy to hit. And so if you're learning how to play and you want to know what it feels like to get the ball compressed and up in the air easily, get some good distance, this is going to be a good choice for you. So if you'd like to chat with me about these clubs, visit my profile at curated.com. So if you like this video, click subscribe to watch more from Curated.